Hey everybody, old fans and new! Brad here saying thanks for listening to the Fate of Isen Book 2 Episode 17, Nature Fights Back! If you need to get yourself some nice dice, make sure you head over to our partners fanrolldice.com and use the promo code Fate of Isen to get 10% off your entire order. That's right, 10% off your entire order at fanrolldice.com. Promo code Fate of Isen. All one word. Okie dokie, let's jump into the recap, shall we? Last time, in the dark and creepy depths of Lakeside Hospital, Dexter, Hamlet and Bardley met a tabaxi named Wen, who was a member of a secret organization known simply as The Forgotten. Wen helped our heroes escape the hospital and rescued the severely ill Nurse W in the process. While taking a breather in the nearby woods, Wen suggested they may be able to learn some of the Forgotten's secrets. Then he disappeared into the trees.
We have an episode for you because obviously the group is back together again, which is sort of why we're in a bit of a silly mood, having a bit of fun, enjoying each other's company again, because it's great to have the gang back together again. And where we find our crew is maybe a couple of hours after we last saw them on their mad dash escape from the Lakeside Hospital, getting out of there by various means of getting out. Granny just sort of walked out the front door, casually into the front gardens, beautiful scenery, sat down, waited for her lads to turn up. The rest of you did a mad trolley escape where you were finding yourselves lying on various pussy and all sorts of gross things and sheets tickling noses, and it was just a great time. Yes, sure. You don't have to put your hand up.
Okay. Have you met these people? I do. I wrote down a relevant quote from the last episode, which was, "I projectile vomit out the side of the cart." Really give an idea of how chaotic this got.
Oh yeah, it was great. And you sort of blew our new friend Ren's cover. Not just Chunks, but his cover. Because Wen of The Forgotten had been in there poking around trying to find information about something that had gone missing and that needed to be forgotten once more. So he was there trying to find said item. He hasn't told you heaps about it, kind of deliberately, but that's why he was there, and now you've really made it so he can't really go back in there. So he has wandered off towards the temple, where he said that he would have a chat with the people in charge and perhaps get you an invitation to the temple to answer more of your own questions. So yeah, presumably Wen will be back. When? Well,
who?
Yeah.
What? You mentioned there was some kind of infinity stones, right? That was what he was looking for, right? Am I
totally
mistaken?
Infinity stones, yeah.
Cool. All right. Just checking.
There was definitely some don't sue us, Disney and Marvel.
Yes.
Definitely
some
not
kind of
infinite stones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yes.
infinity. Infinite.
Sorry.
Oh, the
Stones
finite
of
stones.
forever.
Finite stones, because there are only a certain number of them.
That's a regular stone.
Extremely limited stones.
There are only 5.
Have you seen rocks? There are so many.
So many out there.
Yeah, so that all happened in the last episode. Now, with you is still Nurse W, who Dexter found in the depths of level 4 of the hospital, and sort of kidnapped but sort of willingly took along with you. She did seem to indicate that she wanted out, even though she wasn't really easily able to talk to you. But yeah, and you wrapped her up in a blanket and took her out with you. So she is still with you currently. And that's where we find our party, walking down the road with a wrapped up carpet sack of a person.
Did we reconnect with Granny?
Yes.
Cool.
Granny kind of got sick of waiting for you and went to look for you.
Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
and we have explained to Granny that we have an almost dead nurse wrapped up in a blanket.
I think that's sort of where we find the party, sort of halfway through this explanation as to what's going on here. And
And that's how we got out of the hospital.
And then
Like
I
he's in a
blew
weird-
Chunks out the side of the cart.
I palm striked someone. It was cool.
Yes.
Oh. Okay, so first things first. Chicken broth. And I produced chicken broth out of nowhere. And feed it to Nurse W in hopes of
I'm
curing
assuming
her.
a
garlic
healing
and
wouldn't do
chicken
anything
carcasses.
to actually help her.
I mean, you could try.
Have we thought about just trying to drain her?
I'll
Drain
cast
her.
a healing word.
Like, put a little hole in the side and then, like, push
Well, technically,
Just, like,
I'm the
get all of
druid,
the-
so let me see
the
if I
stuff
can-
out.
Okay, well you heal her then.
Yeah,
That might
I don't
drain all
think
of
I'm
her, man.
one of those druids, though. I have
It
cure
should be
ones.
easy to carry.
I'm terrible.
Okay, well then I'll cast a healing word.
Right.
Do you not have any healing spells, Granny?
I have a cure ones. I do. Actually, we can do
Okay.
both.
Yeah, the chicken broth.
Let's try your spell.
She casts chicken broth, yeah.
I cast chicken broth. Yeah.
Heals the soul.
Oh my god, my cure wounds is always, it's just like a magical ball of chicken broth appears in the middle of combat and like I give it to people. If that's okay
That's
with
canon now.
the DM.
Chicken spell.
Totally.
Okay,
Flavor is yours. Flavor is chicken.
flavors chicken. Oh man, I wore the wrong earrings, sorry. This is important. Because I have chicken broth earrings, so let's do that.
Oh my
right.
gosh, that's everything.
I thought this was like a weird emergency that he had to run out.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's fine. We're not doing anything.
We're casting cure wounds and healing word. Then
Yeah.
let's do double thing.
Double
Okay.
thing? We're both doing it, so
Yes,
it should be super healful.
There you go.
Yes, so you cast chicken broth. So I can see, Budley, you've got 3 points of heals. Okay. Yeah, so as you cast the spell, I mean, it does sort of look like she perks up. Like, you know, in terms of a healthy kind of like, like feeding somebody some food instantly, like chicken broth, you know, like sort of makes them perk up a bit. But nothing of the condition that she's suffering goes away.
Okay, perked up so I don't keep having to carry her.
Isn't she wrapped in a... Wait, have we unwrapped her?
No, you haven't currently.
Is her
Her head's-
her head's just poking out
Yeah,
the
her head's
top?
poking out to get the broth.
Yeah. But the reason you actually wrapped her up in the first place was because she couldn't really walk on her feet because she had like the sores and stuff on the
Gosh,
bottom of
if
her
only
feet.
we were in a place like a hospital that had a wheelchair or some sort of device, we could have put her in to push her along.
Yeah.
We
We're in
had
the
a
cart,
car.
man.
Don't we have a donkey though?
Well, we have to. We could go back to the hospital,
It's probably back at the tavern.
grab a wheelchair.
And once more,
Let's just
the
wheel her on the
party
cart.
spent the whole session on flavor. Anyway,
I will push. We know the address that we're going to, right? I don't know why I asked the DM in my voice, but you know.
Yeah.
We've got the address.
She's managed to tell you as much as she can about where she's
Gave
going.
us her cart license.
yes,
right?
her cart license.
All right.
License to cart.
I push, and let's head towards that address.
Yep. Perfect. So you, after a while of traveling, you get there. It's pretty basic, a little house that's tucked into the woods, sort of on the outskirts of town. And there seems to be a few people there, an older lady and a few young kids running around. She's hanging out the washing on the line currently.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello?
I wasn't talking to you, lackey. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
She turns around and she's got like that traditional like hands on the back of her, small of her back, giant stomach, swings around to meet you.
Ah, you might need to lay off the sweets.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa,
smack
whoa,
him.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Everybody just pushes Hamlet to the back.
They like cover his mouth and like,
with him.
whoa, that was, oh my gosh, who said that was gross?
Wow.
Hi, ma'am. Please excuse our rude friend.
Oh
My name's
gosh.
Dexter.
Hi, I'm Bardley.
Dexter. Hi, Bardley. What do
I'm
you want exactly?
I'm
No,
I'm not.
no. We don't.
No one cares.
No, thank you. Whatever you're selling, I'm not interested.
Do you know a person called Nurse W?
Nurse W. And
Yes.
she frowns and
Like-
she's like,
Of nurses, she's the W one.
she sort of
Just
looks
checking
at
out a
you
character. She is pregnant, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure that I wasn't just like blatantly
Nurse W or
Alright.
the wait?
just being fat phobic on
No, the
stream.
lady.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
the lady, right?
Yeah. No, she sort of gets confused, gives you a very confused look, and she's like, "Oh, Wilma?"
That does start with a W.
Can I poke the blanket and be like, Wilma?
And you just hear, you know.
That sounded affirmative.
Sounds like a yes.
We could just do a face recognition.
That'll be easy.
Just what?
Oh yeah, can we spin the card around so that Wilma's face is now
like
facing the
hanging
lady?
off the back.
Yeah. Like,
Have you seen this person before?
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, it's fine.
so you turn the card around and you're like,
Yeah,
"Have you seen this woman?" And she's just got like these green, like boily pustule
Oh, yeah,
things
maybe
that
hide
are
the
all
kids.
like broken and stuff
Yeah,
all
maybe
over her
don't
face.
infect a pregnant
Good.
lady with a...
It's okay. We cured her. She's not got a.
We don't...
She's healed. She's
She's
not cured.
healthy.
She's healed. She's healthy.
Healthy,
Wrap her
but
up
still
and shove
full
it
of...
She
Spell
looks.
her-
I don't. Who is that? Why you brought her here?
No, this is Nurse W. Do you know?
I push
Is
my way
this
back to the
Wilma?
front. I go, apologies for these people
No,
No, god dang it.
no,
who are, funnily enough, doing worse than I was.
no.
I made
I
Brad
would just
dang
like
it.
to say, do you know someone who used to work at the hospital that went by the name of Nurse W?
Wilma's been dead for years. The hospital told us so.
Oh, when exactly? May I ask? Did they tell you so?
I don't know. It's been such a long time. They told us she was dead. She caught some horrible disease and died. I mean, Wilma knew
Okay,
the
well-
risks when she went to work there. It's all she ever wanted to do was help people.
I hate to say that the disease part is true, but the death part is not.
Yeah, so Wilma, who you now know is her name, is struggling with the blanket to like try and get it off her. And she's like, you can hear her whimpering as she's doing this. And she slides like a hand up out of the blanket and you see around her hand sort of in the middle of all these, and she's trying to point it out as like a woven band of like multicolored thread, and it's just tied off, and she's holding this up.
What about her cart license? Is it tied to...
Does the pregnant lady also have one?
Yeah, we also have her license.
So Bartley,
probably give
you
that back.
see this pregnant woman catch that and look down at her wrist where she has an identical one around her wrist, and she's like, Wilma?
I know she looks gross and disgusting, but this is your friend, and you need to not judge her based on appearances like Hamlet did to you at the beginning of this conversation.
She's not just my friend, she's my sister.
Oh, well, there you go.
We have some unfortunate news and some good news. Which would you like to hear first?
I guess the unfortunate stuff. Bad news first, right? It always makes the good news better.
The unfortunate news is that the hospital lied to you, and they have been keeping Nurse W, Wilbur, in a strange, scary, dark part of the hospital.
Okay,
that-
you didn't have to say it. all
What's the
that
good
they don't
news?
really like to go to, and just sort of like keep it there and trap them and really just like keep them out the way and really like make them suffer and like
But the
really
good
awful
news,
conditions.
the good news
good
is
news?
that this is they're here, so they're either not dead or undead. Maybe one of those things. Not sure. We don't know what's going on entirely.
And
Yes.
Wilma manages to get out. She works really hard, and she gets the word dying out of her mouth.
She's
Diane?
still dying.
Are you Diane?
She's not dead, she's dying.
No, she's
That's-
dying.
that's
Okay,
the good news.
so
I
she's
think I
got
know
a
what she said.
problem.
And the lady just walks towards her and goes, just leave me. And she just picks her up, even though she's like pregnant as.
Maybe, no.
There's nothing to this woman. She's just like, you know, skin and bones. There's nothing there. And she just picks her up. She goes to carry her inside. And she's like, if she is dying, she dies here with us, where she should be.
Valid. But also maybe...
Maybe just, like, keep a little bit of distance.
Because we don't know why she's like this. But it could be, if she's a nurse and has been working around people and this stuff, maybe it could be transferable. Not sure. So maybe just be careful and use gloves.
Yeah.
Just wash your hands a lot.
And don't
Yeah,
let the
Wash
the kids now. I get it, but she should be here. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you for bringing her home. I don't know how she got like this, but I plan on spending as much time with her as I can.
We're sorry.
Bless you. Tell others that we've done this.
I don't know. Do what you will with this information. But
Yeah.
She's like,
I mean, please don't
who
tell the
even
hospital.
are you? Like, I mean, I know that you're...
No, please, don't tell anyone right now. We've got an ongoing investigation and it might be better if other people didn't know what was happening.
No, just
but-
tell others that we've been very, very heroic and good about it. That's...
Don't
maybe even just,
don't
like, keep it on the
badmouth
down
us,
low.
Maybe.
For, like, a little bit.
Okay, we'll discuss this later.
Remember
amongst
what we've done
yourselves.
for you.
And yeah, exactly.
When we
yeah.
leave town,
Yeah.
then start telling people
That
about
sounds
it.
good.
Remember this day, on the day that we returned you to your sister that you love. And with that, we walk away.
And remember the name that we don't...
She looks over her shoulder
We
and goes,
don't have a name yet,
I
but
don't-
we will. And soon we'll get one.
Enough tags!
she looks over her shoulder and she says to you, I don't have anything to say thank you. Everything I have goes to the kids, but you can always go see my husband in town. I'll tell him what you've done and maybe he can help you. Yeah, your weapons look a bit
Okay, don't...
Are you talking smack
be
about
rude,
my
but
spoon?
Thank you, we'll try that. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, who is it? Sorry?
It's Bertrand, his name is. He works at the blacksmith.
Old Birdie the blacksmith.
Bertrand. Okay.
Oh, and what was your name?
Millie.
Nice to meet you, Millie.
Millie Smith.
Millie. It is now.
Millie Smith
They're
wife.
blacksmiths. They're the blacksmith family. Cool. And with that insult to our armament, we leave.
We
I
just had to
presume.
hang around and get dissed.
Well, yeah. At least we get something out of it, maybe.
Well, that's
Maybe.
true.
Okay, where to now?
Back to the hospital.
Back to
To ask
Oh,
about
yes.
Nurse Nahi.
Nurse Nahi. Yes.
Nurse Nahi, who is in charge of the hospital. Yes, okay. So
Oh, jeez, Louise.
you head back towards Lakeside. And coming running out to meet you is not Nurse Nahi, but it is a familiar face, although not one that has looked this stressed, anxious, frightened, and glad, like relieved to see you. You see the familiar
That's
face.
not a frequent emotion.
Yeah, it isn't. You see the face of Maria Tawai.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, she was the cool one.
Yes,
Right.
and she.
She was the
is
one I tried to break.
Yeah, you've all had chats. In fact, Granny probably was saved by Maria
Yeah. she
back at
released
the
me.
house.
When she was a wolf.
Oh,
Yeah, so she is running towards you and goes, "Oh, thank I found you. You've got to come now." And you see now that she's like really like scared and like looks like she's on the verge of tears. Like, you know, she's been looking for you.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn. If only someone could calm emotions right now.
We've got like a quick little errand
Oh,
to run.
do you
Is
know
that-
what I
do we
mean,
have
Brad?
time?
Just freaking edit it out, okay? I'm tired. Stop it. And edit that out too while you're at it.
Thank no one nowhere because nothing exists.
Yeah,
Instead
pretty
of
much.
thanking God.
Exactly. Slip of the
Oh no,
tongue.
I've already dropped one this session.
Thank dog.
Brad, damn it all.
Yeah, she just like runs at you and she's just desperate. And she's trying to tug at you. Like, come, please come, please come.
Fine.
Dad, he's trying to hold them all at bay himself. He's gonna get killed.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ooh. Why? Where?
Someone's getting a little antsy that we
let's
haven't
just
had
go.
combat in a while.
Let's go and not ask questions.
Well,
Yeah, so she
We'll go help.
starts just running in the other direction. And
run
we're
after
going.
go to the hospital.
That problem solved itself.
Let's split up again. Some of us will go to the hospital.
Yeah, so she starts running in the opposite direction. It's actually in the direction that you've already kind of been, like it would be the way if you were going to the Tawai farm. But you do know that the Hicks farm, her dad's farm, was nearby there. So it makes sense that she would be running in that direction if she's worried about her dad. So she is sprinting in that direction. What do you do?
Let's go.
We gotta go.
I draw my quarterstaff,
I brisk jog.
which for flavor is shaped like a spoon.
Yeah, I
So-
limp behind with like a frying pan and holding my lower back very fast.
Can I say, hey Granny, do you think a crab would move faster in this moment, or...
Oh, I don't know. We'll just have to, I'll adapt.
I'll
when
put
I
on my
see the
back,
danger.
Granny. I will take you.
Okay.
We could take turns carrying Granny there.
I just throw Granny between you.
Okay, I turned into
I
a
pick up-
crab.
we need to
then.
get there, like,
Between
Fine.
all of us.
Yeah, is that it?
Dexter too.
Okay, I'll take
Of
a
course,
leg.
I have deflect missiles. Must work on a Granny.
Let's just get there.
That's why I wanted the donkey with us. Anyway,
This is what happens when we're all back together.
Yes, I'm aware. So you are running down this road at full pace. Like, Maria has not stopped. She's, like, desperate to get back to the farm.
Same.
And you come up on this. She seems to be sort of, like, gearing towards this fencing area. And you see the same kind of look initially as Tawai's farm, that very strict kind of fencing all around the outsides, and the gate leading inwards with the path to the house. And the house even looks kind of similar, but when you take another look around, you see that this looks friendlier. There's fields of sunflowers here and ground cherries. There's a rocking chair on the porch with a table with a pitcher full of lemonade in it. There's a scruffy kind of shaggy mutt on the deck, sort of curled up underneath the rocking chair at the moment. It looks like a lovely picture until you are running up the driveway. You realize that this dog is like shaking. He's terrified of something. And Maria is running straight for what looks to be this beautiful big field of potatoes and various other produce here. And she's running straight for it. You can't see anything. And she's like, come on, we don't have any time.
Keep running.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Energize the bunny.
Yeah, cool.
Oh.
And as you get closer to this field, it's that same thing that happened to Granny. It's a really weird sensation as you cross over this magic threshold where you were running closer and closer to something that wasn't really getting closer to you. It sort of always looked the same, like a picture on a wall, and you were just getting closer to it, and then you break through it and you realize that there's no beautiful field here. There's no, crops here growing or anything like that. It's just broken, barren earth, which is all blackened, and just ashes of plants and things. But what you're seeing in the middle of it is an older gentleman, Farmer Hicks, who you saw at the town meeting, and he's got like a chair and he is seemingly fighting nature, wildlife.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, because there is some kind of a mud creature there sucking at one of his feet. There's like a bush that is like broken and needly, like there's no leaves on it or anything. It's just twigs and sticks and pointed, and seems to be stabbing him from the other side. And there's some kind of creature like flinging mud, piles at him. So there's a lot going on as you bust into this scene.
Fighting bush. What is this? America in the early 2000s?
Boo.
Am I right, people?
So topical. So topical.
So topical. That's the kind of topical humor.
So roll initiative.
Let's go.
I mean, I unless you want to just leave.
I
After
got
that,
a
it's-
nat
it's
20.
nothing to
After
do.
my
I got
initial roll, I
25.
might. I'm like, see ya. I'm gonna stay with the dog.
12 for me.
Oh, I got lower than Granny though. Now I'm depressed.
I got a 12.
I discovered
well.
my dice are
no good.
actually cursed, so I'm not gonna use them anymore.
Sorry, Dexter, what'd you get?
I got a 6.
Okay, great rolls, everybody. Okay, so top of the initiative order is Bardley with their huge roll out of the. So you bust in on the scene, and you're the first one to act. What do you
Busting
do?
out, and I cast Earth Tremor. So I would like your creatures to take dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Cool. And I've made this really easy on myself, eh? Okay, we have a 10, a 12, and a 14.
Meets beats. Okay, so 2 of them fail,
Okay.
and the 14 meets it.
Cool. What happens to the 2 that fail?
The 2 that fail take 1d6 bludgeoning damage. So that is 4 damage on one and 1 damage on the other.
Alright, and next up is actually the weird puddly grabby thing at Farmer Hicks's feet. And so it sort of pulls itself upwards, and you see all of these mouths open on it, and there's kind of some eyes stuck in there as well. It's just like all mouths and eyes and teeth and stuff, and it's just all gooey and slimy, and it's trying to attack Farmer Hicks because it's right there. So this could be interesting, crew. Can you save him?
no.
Alright, so Farmer Hicks only gets hit once out of the multi-attack twice, and he takes 15 damage and is knocked prone. So Farmer Hicks is on the ground.
Oh, that's no good.
No.
Alright, he's on the ground and being kind of eaten, it looks like, by a pile of goo with eyes and teeth.
Okay. Alright, I got a bit of admission. So I'm going to try and shoot the pile of goo that is eating Tawai with a crossbow. Mm-hmm. Oh, and that is 21 to hit.
Awesome, definitely.
Also going to use goading attack. So that means that the target must make a wisdom saving throw DC 13. On a failure, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against the targets other than you until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
And I can add a d4 to my damage roll. Oh no, a d8, sorry, not a d4. Oh, 4 plus 10 is 14 damage.
Nice.
Cool. And then that's my well, it actually wasn't that much. Okay.
You did
I thought it was
great.
gonna be
Don't
more.
be down
Thank
on
you.
yourself. You're only level
Thank
3,
you.
remember? You know?
Thanks, Jules.
There's a lot going on right now. It's pretty stressful. You just busted on the most fight action you've had so far as adventurers, so...
Yeah, if only we had new weapons.
Exactly. Granny, you're up
Should have
next.
gone straight there.
Should have got. Hey man, talk to your wife. Hook us up.
Granny would like to do a roly-poly in the middle of the fight and cast Thunder Wave from the middle.
Cool.
To catch... Is it 2 creatures or 3? Sorry.
There is 3. There's one little weird mud-looking impy thing with mud wings, mud arms, and it's hiffing mud pies right now.
Cool. So, like, sort of... So I can catch them all within 15 feet of me, and the way this will look like, she'll be like... and do like a really, like, geriatric roly-poly in the middle of them. And
Okay.
then slap her frying pan and release like a wave of thunder, otherwise known as Thunder Wave.
Nice.
So everyone
it.
should roll a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. You got a 19,
Do we need to roll 2?
a 13. A Hamlet probably will, because you'd be the only other one up in the action right now.
Oh shoot, sorry.
And the other one got a 3.
Okay, so 14 is the save,
Okay.
so anyone below 14.
Cool. Two of them fail.
Okay, I got 14.
You still get half damage, but it's only half.
This will be 9 damage to
Cool.
the ones who didn't save.
Nice.
And the ones who failed are pushed 10 feet away from me. So, geriatric roll, slap the frying pan, mad creatures exploding all over the place.
Perfect. I love it. Madness happening everywhere. There's creatures sort of jumping up and down. They're trying to still attack him, but they're getting very, jolted as they're doing so.
Yep.
And that brings us to the crazy twig thing that is attacking Hicks right now. And so it's going to turn around and try and attack Hamlet, being as you're the only other one there. And does a 13 hit you, Hamlet?
It does not.
Nah. Then it is... Oh, God. The guy with the mud. He's throwing mud. Okay, so he is
Or is
going
it
to breathe a weird mud breath. He just belches out this stream of mud, and as he flaps up into the air off the ground that has been so rolly and gnarly, so he just flaps into the air and moves closer and then just belches up all of this mud. And it's got to roll a wisdom saving throw for Farmer Hicks, and he fails, so he is now restrained on the ground underneath the big old pile of belch mud. Why is that so hard to say? So he is now prone, restrained, and being kind of slowly swallowed by a gross mud pile on the ground. So that's happening.
Can I go up to the imp boy? Okay, how far off the ground is imp boy?
He's only 5 feet off the ground at the moment. He just didn't want to be on the ground.
So hittable. Let's go. I'm gonna try to smack her. My quarterstaff is my first thingity thing. Does a 23 hit?
23 definitely does.
Hooray! We might have a chance. Ooh, that is a cheeky 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Then I'm going to spend a key point to do Flurry of Blows. Mm-hmm. Which means I make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. For you people at home that have not played a monk before. That is 9 and 17.
9 doesn't hit.
Hit. I still need to hit with 1 to do what I want to do. So that's
17 definitely.
Okay, let me dig out the D4 spiky boy. That is the maximum 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And
Please.
Can I get the imp to make a dexterity saving throw as I use open hand technique?
How is a 13?
It's DC 12, so it succeeds in not getting knocked prone. Which
Fair.
would have been good.
He looks like he's, lost a bit of mud out of his, because as you're smacking him, there's just mud sort of, flailing out of his body and hitting the ground.
As they say, Jules, the flavor is yours, and the flavor is chicken.
Who says that? Who's saying that?
Bartley's saying that apparently because
we're
it's your
all
go.
saying that.
It's my turn. Okay. What am I closest to?
Hopefully not death.
Yeah. Currently you're probably about sort of 10 feet away from the action. And everything is surrounding Farmer Hicks.
Okay, well, I might just do Earth Tremor again, but at a 2nd level.
Okay.
So roll some dexterity saves.
Yep. For the 2 on the ground, right? Because it's not going to get the one flying in the air at the moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. I concede.
So we got a 12 and a 15.
So just the 12 hits.
Cool.
And that's 5 damage. End turn. Oh, wait, no. Has anyone taken damage?
No, but there is someone who is unconscious that may need some healing.
Yeah, I might just as a bonus turn, I'll do Healing Word.
On Farmer Hicks.
Yeah.
Cool.
7 healing.
Oh, what a bargain.
That's like
What
more
is
than
your
enough space.
Barden.
Oh, just barden my time.
Just...
Okay. It is... Oh, yeah, his go. Okay. He's going to keep trying to eat. I know he gets disadvantage because he's not attacking Hamlet. Yeah.
Indeed he does.
Look, it's hot trying to swallow a whole man.
Eating is hot. You can't tell me I'm wrong, because I won't listen to you.
You're wrong.
La 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 la.
That's not good.
Have you ever seen someone try to eat McDonald's fries?
I worked at McDonald's for like 2 years. Don't.
And so were you just
ever
constantly
talk to me.
aroused by everyone in that building
I don't like the
shoving
spit anymore.
limp fries
Okay,
into
piss
their
boy.
mouths?
Hey,
What?
don't-
What is this? No, I want
PP,
to
man.
revoke these allegations right now.
Okay,
no,
Where are
Jenny.
these coming from?
who's bringing
You're in
fetishes
trouble.
into the chat now?
Where have you heard these lies?
Givering Malva, because
Out the
that's what
babes.
this
Not
is.
that there is anything wrong.
Spits
What?
spits a chemical glob ahead of it, and it just explodes on impact, and it just bursts into light. So can everybody within 5 feet, which I think is pretty much everybody now, roll a dexterity saving throw. You're aiming for a DC 13.
21.
Oh, 19.
Nice.
That was an 11.
Okay. Well, Hamlet's now blinded, so that's fun.
I'm blinded.
Yep.
Blinded by the light.
I was thinking about Quintella again.
Yeah.
He's blinded by love. He's like, you know what I need to think about in this combat? The GF.
The GF. Okay, so you can't see, you automatically fail any ability check that requires sight, and attack rolls against that creature, or against pretty much anything now, have disadvantage.
How long does that last?
You may never see again.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
Yes, because you've never fought one of these before, so you wouldn't know how long that's going to last.
Immediately, I go, I make noises.
That seems
And-
accurate.
Yeah. I'd get out my greatsword and I just start kind of swinging it
Wink.
haha. And I try and get the thing on the floor, the goopy thing.
Yeah. So you can still swing for said goopy thing, but you just have to roll with disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you're just swinging blind.
You vaguely know where it is from memory, but yeah.
Oh. My first roll was a natural fucking 20.
Oh.
Ooh.
Painful.
Come on, second roll, natural 20. You're kidding me.
What?
Second roll was a nat 1.
The gambit! Yes!
The highs and lows.
I've rolled
In
that
5
before. It's
seconds.
heartbreaking.
The creature
is
was
that
where you thought it
possible?
was. You would have hit it dead on, but it wasn't there,
the bottom.
basically.
Yeah. You were so confident
I'm so
where it
mad.
was.
Oh, I'm so mad. Okay.
That's the best possible
What happens to
combination.
me?
It's probably going to eat your
You
sword.
feel that very cold shiver just kind of briefly touch you. Like it's like a chill wind just blew across. And there's almost a whisper of a word or a voice, but you just can't make it out. Like you're just not connecting with whatever it is. It's just a very
My other
faint
senses not heightened.
whisper.
I think
yeah,
that
they
takes
are.
time.
They are
boy's
heightened
Daredevil.
right now, but you're still not able to make out what they're saying. It's like it's not coming through clear enough. That's kind of, what you would get. And you need to roll me a d6.
Okay. I got a 6.
Okay.
Is that good or bad?
Well, you drop whatever you're holding currently, and you are absolutely unable to pick it up right now. So you're not only blind, but you just kind of drop your weapon.
Okay, I'd like to use my movement to just run in a direction that I think is away from the fight.
Perfect. Okay. Roll me a d4. 1 is north. 3 is south. You know how this goes.
That's a 4.
A 4? Okay.
Yeah.
So you run west, which
We're-
luckily is away from, you sort of run towards the edge of the farm off that way.
I want it known that I had such a badass turn lined up, and I'm so mad that it turned out the way that it did.
Yep.
But hey, Lady Luck is a cruel mistress.
She really is. Okay. Or the Ziglamel in this case.
Karma is a chameleon. It come and go.
Yeah.
Oh, it come and go.
Granny, you're up.
Oh my goodness. Should I? Oh, so the farmer's fine now. He's been healed.
Well, he's still prone and covered in mud and restrained and being slowly eaten alive.
Oh shoot! I'm going to want to once more try and. Oh no, I'm going to damage him. Okay, let's do an earth tremor.
Nice.
So this time,
love
Granny's like there in the superhero pose, with the frying pan, and she just slaps the pan on the ground, and the earth tremors. So please, everyone, do a dex save within 10 feet.
Is that me as well?
It's literally everybody but Hamlet.
Granny back at it again, targeting the party. Let's go.
Granny just wants to, you guys will be fine. These things probably
Cause
won't.
chaos.
I almost said a bad word, but I will hold back.
So I got a 14 and a 21
Oh no!
for the
Meets and
two on
beats
the
it,
ground.
right?
Yep.
Crap.
I want to say
Okay,
that
well
bad word real
nobody
bad now.
gets it. Alright, on a failed save.
I got an 8. So I
Oh.
did not. I did not
So
succeed.
I am actually only damaging Dexter.
13. Poop.
Okay, that's more heartbreaking. I knew I wasn't going to get it, but
Okay, I'm so sorry. You both take 2 damage,
That's jail.
and it's difficult terrain now.
So it's going to take you a lot longer to get back to them, Hamlet. Once you eventually come back.
I'm like
Granny?
in this really badass mode, and I'm like,
What?
oops, sorry, oh boy.
it'll only last like a minute, though. I think.
Oh my god. A minute is 6 turns. Isn't it? Or is it 10 turns?
10 turns.
It's 10 turns.
But out of combat, it's no turns.
Oh
Were
man.
you
kill
guys
these
getting a
things.
minute for, son?
Thin air. These usually how long these spells last, unless
Sure.
it's permanently difficult terrain. In which case, Earth Tremor
Oh,
over.
for
Weird.
difficult
Nerf
terrain.
it.
Yeah, it's going to take you a while. All right, so after Granny, it's my little twig guy, who's still alive, apparently. Just turns around to Granny in the superhero pose and just goes to stab with claws. Does a 19 hit you, Granny?
Yeah, it does
does.
hit me very much.
And 3 piercing damage from this little twig as its little sharp branches stab
Gosh,
through
what
you.
a thorn in your side.
It is.
Am
Oh,
I
well.
right?
I deserve this.
Am I
Nice.
right?
Nice.
And then it is Mud Flying Boy.
Twig Boy and
Mud
Mud
Boy.
Boy. My favorite movie.
It's gonna fly at Dexter and try and get ya.
What?
It gets to do a 19 to hit.
That hits.
For 4 bludgeoning damage as one of its little fists, muddy fist, connects with you and leaves a big mud mark on you.
The reason I picked a fight is I thought it was going to try to, like, lob something at me, but
You're mud marked now.
Yeah,
I'm-
mud marked.
shut up, guys. You're mud marked. Is it a free action to rub, like, get the mud off me?
I mean, yeah, you could probably just flick it off, yeah.
And then I glare angrily.
Mud marked no
I can
more.
feel the heat of that glare.
And then I smack.
Fair. Are you smacking little mud boy?
I'm smacking the thing that just hit me.
Yeah,
Dexter
fair.
is very
How could you-
focused.
How could you smack little mud boy?
Why
After
did
the gift
Smack
that
around,
he gave
little
you?
mud boy.
the 4
The
damage?
oh so generous gift of the mud.
He's just mud marking him back.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe he's
bruise
just like a
marking.
beautician.
I'd imagine a 19 hits, Jules.
Yeah, it does.
Can you imagine you slap someone so hard that your skin comes off and is on their face? That's essentially what he did to you when he mud-marked you.
I feel like it's more like if
That
you're
sounds like a show of
like,
dominance.
it's like if you're
That's
super
aggressive.
oily. Like if you oiled yourself up and you just like it was super sweaty and then you punch someone and then you just left like oil and sweat on their face.
that's cool.
I
Like,
guess
like
it
I feel like
depends on
that's
the
what the
composition of Mud Boy.
Actually, yeah. Is
should
there like
autopsy
is he
his
just
body
mud or is there
afterwards.
something underneath the mud?
Jules, that's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we need a Mud Boy autopsy after this.
How
event's
do
over.
you kill the mud method?
Gotta be sooner than we
Autopsy
thought.
Can I just catch the mud method on the end of my spoon quarterstaff, whirl around, and then just slam him down into the ground?
Yes, where there's a soft, sticky as you squelch him into the ground. All of his mud sort of explodes everywhere.
And then Dix is just like, that puddle was no trouble. Then
Word.
oh yeah, I can take an unarmed strike as a bonus action, and it doesn't say it has to be the same target. So can I do an unarmed strike against now Big Mud Boy?
Big Mud Boy or Twiggy McTwigface? That's who you've got up.
I'm gonna go Big Mud Boy because I think he's taken more hitting.
Okay.
Or she, or they.
However it self-identifies.
Exactly. I'm not gonna ask. That's a natural one.
Okay. Yet again,
Please
the
don't make me
cold
drop
wind
anything.
strikes. And you feel like you need to roll a d6 as you hear this whispering, like someone's trying to talk to you but just can't get through.
Join me, my brother.
That's another one. Consistency.
Okay, consistency. So, you feel your like feet trying to sort of like root to the ground, and your arms are trying to like spread, and then you sort of like it's like the spell only half works, and then your skin all looks like the bark of a tree, and it feels tougher. Like not a lot could get through that temporarily. So. Yeah, you basically get the conditioned bark skin, gives you like a tougher AC, more defense, temporarily.
Love that for him.
Cool, okay, but that is your turn.
This time I think I'm just gonna try stab Big Mud Boy, I guess.
Yeah?
With my rapier.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
So that is 8.
Not gonna do it, my friend, sorry.
It's 14. It was 8 plus 6.
Oh,
Okay,
that's slightly better.
that
Slightly
is better, and that does hit.
Great. 3 damage. 3 plus 4, 7 damage.
Excellent.
It's right behind my microphone. I need to...
Yeah, Severan's face is behind mine, so I have to keep doing this to see
Yeah.
when he's talking.
I keep seeing the first one, I'm like, that's what I rolled, and then it's like, no, the modifier. Okay, great. And then I'd like to Bardic Inspiration
Okay, what does it
whoever's
sound
next
like?
in the lineup. Oh wait, but it's anyone within 60 feet. What does it sound like? I go, hey team, it's time for us to get, like We Are the World, sort of like, it's time for us to collaborate and get together. You know, we're the future, and we gotta save this town. Dun 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 dun. I put down. I don't have my ukulele right now, so I'm just making up the music with my voice. In the sequence, in what we're doing. Dun 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 dun. We can do it. We can save the world. Dun 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 dun. Save the farm. Save the world. And dun 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 dun. Yeah.
I feel very inspired.
Yeah.
That's like the TV show Heroes. which
Yeah.
wasn't that Save the Cheerleader, Save the World?
Many references in the things I weave.
We're gonna get sued again. No.
They're references. It's not stealing.
So who are you
Fair use.
inspiring?
I'd give that to Granny because she's up next and not useless like Hamlet.
Okay.
Rude.
Yeah,
Thank
rude.
you.
I mean, to be fair,
But
his
I am currently.
sword is hanging out on the ground about
Back
30
to
feet away from where
all.
he is. Yeah. The crazy, sludgy, mud puddly thing that is eating Farmer Hicks right now continues to eat him, doing more damage. So that's happening.
So that's why I wanted to kill Big Mud Boy as well.
Yeah.
Yes. That makes
I don't want him
sense.
to get Farmer Hicks's power. That seems like it's not going to be a good time.
Agreed. I also stabbed Big Mud Boy for that reason.
It's like determinedly eating this guy, which is probably good because if it opened its mouth and did a whole lot of stuff, that might not be good for you guys. But yes, it's currently a little bit occupied.
When I open my mouth and do a whole lot of stuff, it's never good.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I was going
That's
with that.
what-
I just thought that word
That's
was
what
funny.
they say. Oh, way.
Speaking of opening your mouth and doing a whole lot of stuff, Hamlet,
There we go.
you can see.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay.
So you open your eyes suddenly and
finally.
or not
From
even.
rolling around in the mud,
Yeah.
where I assume that I have been trying to see.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you realize you're 30 feet away from the action, and your
But,
sword
like,
is on
20
the
feet
ground
away
over
from your
there.
sword.
Is my movement halved because of the terrain? or
It's
is
only half for like 10 feet, so the premise is that it would take you about 40 to get back in the action.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go 30 and then shoot my crossbow
Nice.
at the monstrosity on the floor. And that's a 7.
Okay. It's not enough.
Well, I'm going to use an action surge.
That makes
so-
sense.
Let's go. I'm sorry I called you useless Hamlet.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
I'm sorry I called you useless Hamlet.
Don't forget to add that inspiration back if you don't have it already.
Yeah, baby.
And you get to do double damage.
6, 8. So it's a 15 damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
Seems awesome.
And it looks awesome. I assume.
Yeah, it's a big chunk out of this. Tell me what it looks like as you like fire this crossbow bolt into this like gibbering pile of muck eating Farmer Hicks and manage to do some damage.
I leap up and I shoot one of my bows and it flies elsewhere, I presume, into a tree or something. And then I do like another, I land and then I like turn around and do like a 360 in the air. And then it looks real uncoordinated because Hamlet's not particularly coordinated. But then I shoot when I get back around and it lands directly in one of the eyes of this goofy goober on the floor. And there's a gross splash and then like a wave shoots up over the side, and I assume it makes some kind of pained noise.
Yep. It looks like it's gonna make a whole lot of noise. And we're gonna have to keep moving. But
Am I gonna go deaf as well?
that?
maybe Granny,
Oh, hello.
it's your turn.
So the eating mouthy thing is still alive, right?
Yes.
I'm going to pick up my... take out my hunting knife and kind of imbue it with some druidic voodoo, nature's power. And I would like to like throw it into the air, grab it the stabbing way, and stab the thing.
Yes.
So it's +4 now. No, +6, sorry. So, to hit, 16.
Yes. Hit.
Okay, and now I shall stab it.
Yay!
Stabbing it with 6 + 6, 12 damage to the mouthy thing. As I stab, trying not to stab through it into Farmer Hicks.
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you for your consideration of Farmer Hicks. I'm sure he appreciates that.
The
He
knife gets like
enjoyed not
right
being
close to him.
stabbed.
He enjoyed very much not being stabbed. Perfect. Okay, is that Granny's turn?
Indeed. Oh, sorry, and this was all done geriatrically. You know,
Yes,
so
of course. Wouldn't have it any other way.
it's like, my osteoporosis, you know, and that kind of stuff.
Granny has come back from the hospital with more things. And I don't know how that's possible.
She's got stiff joints, but like when she needs to, she can use them quite well.
All right. Well, my twig monster rolled pretty badly. He rolled a 13 to hit Granny. To try and stab Granny in the arm once more.
I am stabbed.
You are stabbed.
What's your AC?
10.
He does 3 piercing damage with his little twiggy stabby branches.
We gotta get Granny some armor. Jeez.
And Gran's like, oh no, I hate acupuncture.
Mud guy is dead, so that means it's Dexter's go.
Hooray! I will hit the big thing with my staff.
Nice. Hot.
19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
Booyakasha. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
And if it is still alive,
It is.
can't blame me being optimistic. I would like to spend a second key point to do another flurry of blows.
Get him!
Let's go. Actually, this could be interesting. Is he directly on top of Farmer Hicks?
He is. He's
Okay.
currently eating him.
Hot.
You gotta stop.
I
some
can't.
room.
I physically can't. Someone stop me.
Okay, so a 7, I'd imagine, does not hit.
Only on my end.
And then the second one was a natural 20.
Yep, definitely hits. Double damage too.
I'm
Double,
rolling
double.
double dice because for some reason that seems like it should be better, but I don't know if it is. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and can I use open hand technique to get it to make a strength saving throw?
Okay. How is a 2?
DC 12, so it's pushed up to 15 feet away.
Okie dokie. It does not look good. It's been getting slowly smaller as you've been doing this too, so like it's...
Nice.
You've sort of mushed a lot of it into the ground as you've just been slapping this thing into the ground. Yeah. And then you rip it off Farmer Hicks and you realize that there's a lot less of it moving away now.
Is it still difficult terrain? It would be.
Yeah. So it's probably only pushed like 10 feet away.
Can I please scoop up Farmer Hicks, carrying him like a backpack, and then run away from the mud monster?
Fair enough.
I have
Coward.
40 feet of movement.
Go.
Because monks are agile as all hell.
Yeah, so you can get a fair way away with
he's
that.
I
Agile
would
as
never
all
run
hell.
away from a battle.
I'm saving the farmer, man.
Bardley, you're up, buddy. You've still got a twig monster that's barely any twigs hanging on and a mud monster that's got barely any mud left on it.
I think I'm just gonna try and stab the mud monster again.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha. That's a 24 to hit.
Nice.
Let's go, and that's 6 damage.
Tell me how you kill this gibbering mouther.
Oh, great. I wanna do the Zorro thing.
But with a bee?
But with, yeah. And I like stab it into it, and I'm like, and I carve a bee out in its stomach, but it's so like, strong and manly. No, strong and visceral that it actually kind of eviscerates
Yes.
the mud monster as I do it. So you see the bee for a second, and then the mud like vibrates and explodes outwards.
Amazing.
All
No
over
autopsy.
Gran's face.
It's gone.
No autopsy.
No autopsy.
Cause of death. Me.
Me and my cool signature, death by signature.
That means it's
We call that buying a house. with a
Hamlet's go with only this
Hell
little
yeah,
twig
it does.
bush thing left.
Alright, so I have a question. In the tinderbox, would there be
Swipe
any...
right.
Could I also just quickly inspire Hamlet as well with a bonus action?
Oh yeah. You have a bonus action.
Yeah, Hamlet, you can do it like a cheerleader.
Oh, shucks.
Kill the
Actually,
twig boy,
I was-
kill the twig boy, kill the twig boy.
Yeah, I was going to try to do something tricky, but I think I'm just going to reach down, pick up my great sword. I assume I make it to my sword.
Yep.
Cool. I make it to my sword, I pick it up, and I take a cheeky swing And that is a 12.
Yes, definitely a hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. 9 points of damage.
Lovely. How do you kill this Twiggy boy?
I copied Bradley Bardley's method.
But with a great sword instead of a rapier.
But with a great sword, so it's really hard. But I also only have three lines that I need to do to get an H. So I go like, and the one kills it, I presume. So most of the twigs fall to the ground after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to do the second one, and then by the time I like try and strike through, there's like nothing left.
Yeah.
Have you considered making like a sign like hockey tika?
Bradley notices this and takes note of the fact that Hamlet copied them. Bardley will remember that later.
This character will remember.
Your choices have consequences in this game.
Cool.
Okay, so as you survey the scene and Farmer Hicks looks up at you with about half his health, because I gave him 100 points just in case you killed him.
Okay,
well done,
I'm going to
Drew.
let him off my back as well. I'm like, okay, you good.
Yeah. And you look around this field. You see across the other side of the field, I think probably Granny sees, because Granny and Dexter, I think your passive perceptions are about the same. So you look up and you see on the other side of this field, there was like two large creatures who have just stepped in to this fenced area. And one of them looks like a walking mountain of stone, and the other one looks like a tree that's come alive and is glowing slightly green on the inside. And they seem like they walked in and they're waiting for you. And that's where we're going to leave the episode.
And
that's the end of the episode. Yeah. What will they be doing next week? Well, I guess we'll have to find out. How
Probably more
exciting.
violent.
Lovely little tree and rock.
check back next week.
Not
Not next week, but next week.
episode.
Next
Yeah.
episode.
Probably
Night.
attack
Next.
them.
Next week after next.
And tree.
Yeah. So,
Rock
thank
and
you
tree
so
in the
much to everyone for joining us on our adventure today. We definitely hope to see you again soon. We'd like to give a big shout out to some certain amazing people who support us and help us keep doing this lovely thing that we do. The ones who literally keep the lights on in Isen HQ and make our Discord a beautiful, beautiful place on the internet to be. I would like to give a big shout out by name to our Patreons. So here we go. Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Christine Goodwin, James Blyther, Sam Malcolm, Kydron False, Kai Dearlove, Rihanna Kovalsik, Ben Edwards, Victoria and Gavin Porter, Daniel Nichols, Violet, Squish the Guy Who Doesn't Talk in an Audio-Only Podcast, Alexandra Lickhides, Andrew Evan, KS the Fox, Dakota Shemansky, Fun Facts with Waffles, Aotearoa New Zealand, Jared from Indie Film Review Podcast, Ezekiel Tabarelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Samsara, Disturb1NZ, Lyndon Hood, Tom Ailey, Gerika Jane, Stephen Horn, Penny D from the Terrible Adventures of the Janison Prophets Parchment Company Podcast, and Guild Grin and Robin McLean. Thank you so much to all of you. You make every day in Eisen special. Yeah, see you again in 2 weeks. Back here 2 weeks Wednesday. So we'll do
Down
it
to-
all again.
Y'all
Bye
come back now, you
everybody.
hear?
Twig creatures and mud creatures, and now also a tree monster and a rock thing? What on Isen is happening right now? The very land itself seems to be waging war on the people who live there. I have no idea what DM Jules is planning, but a very interesting picture is starting to take shape. As I said at the beginning, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to review us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere that you can do reviews of podcasts. It really does help us get into the ears of new listeners. If you can't review us somewhere, just share us with a friend. Say to your friends, hey, you should listen to Fate of Isen. I do, and you are cool, and that will make you even cooler. Or you could just follow us on social media. Those are all at Fate of Isen, or email fateofisen@gmail.com. Or if you want to take that extra special step in becoming a supporter of the show, head on over to patreon.com/fateofisen, where for as little as $1 a month, you can join our exclusive Discord server and get access to some sweet bonus content and rewards. Okay, that's it from us. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you next time for episode 18.